Greetings and salutations, everyone. It's Rich Wilson. Welcome to Fantasy Baseball Live. It is Friday the 24th, about 9 o'clock in the morning East Coast time, and where my good friend Mr. Tim McLeod is. It is 8 o'clock, and Tim, happy 100,000th episode.
Well, thanks, and congratulations, Rich. I think I've been involved in about 900 of them, but you got the full 1,000 under your belt, and that's quite a record.
I'm going to say
really
it's 1,000-ish. So, because some we did
I was
like...
going to say there's a few more than that kicking around.
We did like 676A and 676B and things like that. So I'm sure we've already passed 1,000. But hey, officially it's 1,000. Somebody suggested we do something special, Tim. But I didn't recognize him until that guy tweeted at me, and that was like 3 days ago. And I didn't know. I mean, you're out. You've got plans today, and we didn't have anything to do. So it's just a normal show.
Well, I went to the extent that I'm doing it live from a hotel the Days Inn. So I went and rented a room for the occasion, Rich.
Wow, very, very good. Wow, the Days Inn in beautiful Thunder Bay. So if you want to do a meetup in an hour from now, go to the Days Inn in Thunder Bay, and Tim will have breakfast with you.
Well, that's it, and it's on me.
So,
if you want a bagel.
So that's right. Just Tim, do they have the breakfast included with the stay?
Yes, they do, and they got one of those nifty automatic pancake machines. You just hit the button, and it just spits two of them out every 45 seconds or so. It's sort of cool, eh?
Never seen that. I've seen the waffle things, but I've never seen the pancake spitter outer.
Yeah, you don't even have to mix or whatever. All you do is hit the button, and it spits out two pancakes about every 45 seconds or so. Hot, fresh. Yeah, I tell you, technology.
Technology, Timmy. And they thought the internet was important. This is way more important.
Come on. Think about it.
Exactly.
Automatic pancakes. No playing around with anything. Syrup right there. It's heaven.
Oh, you still have to put your own syrup on? I don't know, Tim.
Well, I could ask Jody if she would have done it for me, but she can't eat today, so that probably wouldn't have gone over real big.
Yeah,
I'll pass
very
on
good.
that one.
So, Tim, how's your week been? How's the baseball teams doing?
Again, some good, some bad. Some of my pitching has sucked. Some of my hitting's picked it up. It's pretty much the same as it's been all year. And I really don't anticipate any big changes. Most of the call-ups have already occurred. It's nice to see players like Adley Rutschman.
Yes, finally.
Yes,
Yep.
starting to get on track and playing better. And, you know, the best player on the planet, quite possibly the best player that we have seen, we should be so honored that we actually get to witness Shohei Ohtani on a daily basis. Yeah. Wasn't that amazing? 8 RBIs, and then he follows it up with a 2-hitter with 13 strikeouts.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Can you imagine if you had daily moves and you had him rostered, Tim?
Yeah, you're winning.
Yeah,
yeah.
If you're not winning, it's time to look for a new hobby.
Yes, you've got way too many Akil Badus on your team.
Exactly.
And you're still rostering them.
Speaking, Timmy, I dodged massive bullets. As you know, I was very down on Sunday. Looks like Manny Machado might play this weekend. I don't have him started in leagues, but I was expecting a long IL stint. That didn't happen. Yordan Alvarez, I don't know. They never said what he did, but he seems to be okay. Hit a home run last night, an absolute laser. So, knock on wood, I'm doing okay.
Good. Yeah, Alvarez, I believe it was something to do with the hand, but there hasn't been. Yeah, there hasn't been a whole lot of confirmation, but I don't know. I think he had 4 home runs this week, so whatever's ailing him. Yeah, he's up to 22 on the year. He's only 5 behind Judge.
I know. So we've got some great questions. I think they're great questions. I've had so many Twitter questions that I tried to group them into a list, and the great John Dean has given me 3 of those, Tim. I've got some additional questions for you. We're going to do the over-under game, and then who you picking up. So a nice little quick show. Tim's got some commitments this morning, so we're going to get him on his way. Tim, you ready to get started?
Yes, I think that should have been phrased, I am going to be committed. later this morning or something like
Fair
that.
point, Timmy. Very, very
Yes.
fair point. So I'll give you a rim shot on that. But
thank you.
this may be in honor of our 1,000th episode. One of our biggest, best listeners, Timmy, I don't know how you say it, is the great John Dean. So I think we honor him with a few questions, the first 3 questions. How about that?
Yeah. I think it's great, and I'm going to, in honor of this occasion, I'm going to get his address and send him a pound of Canadian butter. Okay, I think it's only appropriate.
There you go. He said his first question. He's a big Pirates fan, Timmy. I'm not sure why, but he is a Pirate. I guess he lives in the area, so you have to
Yeah,
root
he
for the
does.
team that's down the road. Could it be that the Pirates are winning a few games by playing the kids? Question marks. Ronzi, he doesn't even say Contreras. He uses the first name, Timmy. Marcano, O'Neill, Madras, Diego, Bednar. What a concept.
Yeah, it is. It is a real solid concept. The O'Neill thing is a bit of a puzzle. Paguera's up, Paguera's down, O'Neill's up. I don't quite
That was
have
weird.
that.
It was definitely a message, Timmy, I think. But they've also done this where they promote a guy for a couple, 3 games, and then they demote him. They did that with Contreras earlier this season. They did that with O'Neill Cruz at the end of last season. Maybe this is a thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Swaggerty, they did that with Swaggerty.
Yeah.
Remember, he came up for like
Yeah.
3 games and down.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't hit in 3 games, so I guess they figured his career's done and they're waiting to trade him. I think it's good that we're seeing the kids in Pittsburgh, and I think it's about time. As far as winning a few games by having the kids, well, the enthusiasm's there, but they're still young kids. It's nice to see them, but I'm not counting on the Pirates boosting their stock to even a 500 team with all these kids. Oh, what it definitely does so is it generates excitement for the John Deans of the world, right? Well, the Pittsburgh Pirate fans, and that's a good thing. They just deserve something.
Let's take the first 3 guys, Tim. Ronzi, Contreras, Tupatillo, I think. It's a tough one to say, Timmy. Marcano,
Yes.
and O'Neill Cruz. Order those 3 in terms of who you want to roster the rest of the season.
An easy one for me. Ronzi Contreras.
Followed by O'Neill Cruz and then Marcano,
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yeah. Pitching's getting tough. Pitching's getting thin. I'll take a good pitcher before a bad any day of the week.
Well, that was a sucker question, Timmy. I was hoping you would have said O'Neill Cruz, but you picked the right one, in my opinion. I agree with you. I think Contreras is the more established guy, if for lack of a better word. I mean, Neil Cruz, Timmy, has been. Those are pretty exciting tools, but does strike out a lot, and he's still very, very young.
Well, yeah, you take a look at what he's done. Okay, he entered the MLB world with a bang with 4 RBIs, 2 for 5, and great debut. And then he went 1 for 4 with an RBI, 0 for 5, sac fly. Yeah, 1 for 4 with an RBI. Yeah, he's got 7 RBIs. He's struck out 3 times, hasn't walked. He's got 4 hits and 18 at bats, and more than half of his RBIs are in that first game. I think what we saw at AAA might be the high mark for Cruz.
I hope not, because I think he hit like 180, but...
Well, he was good. I think it was 250, 260, I think.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
In June.
Oh, okay, in June. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, April sucked. He batted 180, I think, in April. But there's going to be a lot of strikeouts. He's going to hit the odd home run, steal the odd base. But I don't think, despite the raves of everybody on the internet, I think he's just going to be okay. I'm going to leave it at that.
What about long term? 3 years from now.
I have trouble with a 6'7" player's strike zone, especially a 6'7" player who's been noted for swinging a lot. Right? He's got a big strike zone.
So does Aaron Judge, Tim. Same size guy.
Yeah, Aaron Judge has got shorter arms and more
For
power,
sure.
though.
He does have short arms. That's right.
Yeah, and they're different players.
May I interject, Timmy? So
yeah, you can.
It looks like Aaron Judge probably has more power, but it looks like he's got tremendously more power just because he's so physically gigantic. O'Neill Cruz has got 70 raw. This is a guy that's going to hit a lot of home runs. He's got a badass swing, man. So, if you tell me he does 35, 38 home runs one season, I wouldn't be at all surprised.
No, I wouldn't be shocked either. Does he ever best 250 as far as a batting average?
I think that's what it comes down to. Now, somebody, basically, one of my Twitter guys said, gee, hits the ball so hard, he's going to be just fine, even if he strikes out 35% of the time, which, Timmy, there's nobody currently in the major leagues that's striking out 35% of the time. The only guy that I found that was close to that, 34.9, was Patrick Wisdom, who's hitting 212 with a sub 300. It's very, very hard. Even as hard as he's going to hit the ball, to have a 250 batting average and a 35% strikeout rate, it's really hard.
Well, yeah, and when you take a look at that throw that Cruz made.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, you know what? Right now, what I think they should do is just move him into the rotation.
Yeah.
Who needs a shortstop?
I mean,
right?
you talk toolsy guys, Timmy, and he double plus raw, right? So potential for 40 home runs. Double plus arm, right? He 95 miles an hour. He threw it 94.8. Let's call it 95 off the mound. That's a plus arm, and he's a plus runner. I mean, that's the definition of toolsy. The question is, how much is he going to hit? And that's what we don't know. That's the big question. Yeah. And you look at the body type, and you look at the long, skinny frame, and high leverage swing that he has, and it points to a lot of strikeouts. But you know what, Timmy? I flip over when I see that he's about to come up the bat because I want to see what he can do. Yeah,
exactly. How can you not want to see what he's going to do? At the same point in time, I just think, despite the hot start, just temper your expectations for the balance of this year. That would be my recommendation, John. And I think you've already tempered your expectations, being a long-term Pirates fan.
Tim, great John Dean also asks, thoughts on Scriber? Is it Scriber and how?
Scriber is how I would.
Scriber, okay, and how resurrecting the back of the Red Sox bullpen, are they must own?
I like what I'm seeing from both. Scriber's definitely off the radar in a big way. I've actually got him rostered in 2 leagues, I believe. Picked him up just because everybody else in Boston was absolutely horrid, and he was pitching consistently well. Yeah, I like both of them. And as far as resurrecting, well, we'll give it some time, but things are looking a lot better in Boston today than they were 3 weeks ago. Like, Robles is not the answer. Barnes, they needed to look at something different. So, I like both those guys, John.
As a guy that's rostered Hansel Robles multiple times, Timmy, he's a tough guy to roster.
Yeah, he is. And I get that, that Boston was trying to give the veterans, first shot and all, but maybe it's time that, especially Scriber, give the kid a shot. All he's done is thrown up blanks.
10.5 strikeouts a 9, two walks per 9, 0.84 ERA, and he's got 2 saves, Timmy. It's only been 21 innings, but pretty good.
Yeah, it's a step in the right direction, definitely.
Yep. For sure. John's last question, Timmy, then we'll take a break and dedicate this segment to the great John Dean. Has the league figured out Mackenzie Gore? Or are we looking at a 4.50 ERA and 1.30 whip the rest of the way? Timmy, it's been tough the last couple of games. One of those was in Colorado, though.
Yeah, one was in Colorado. I don't think we're looking at a 4.50 ERA and 1.30 whip. I also don't think we're looking at a sub-2 pitcher. And a sub-1 whip, somewhere in between. Game is a constant game of adjustments, and for me, the thing that I have enjoyed seeing more than anything else from Mackenzie Gore doesn't have anything to do with the numbers. It's